Game of Talk, man. Game of Thrones, we back. And hits the franchise guru, man. Lunchtime special, we here right now, early. We're still into the waiver war, man. We're going into round 3 right now. We still got practice squad players that's sitting around, where you got guys still not taking advantage of it. We've been talking about this for about 6 days straight, and yet I'm seeing in the second round a lot of the same guys that bid it in the first round winning players in the second round. So I'm locking the third round to only those that haven't got anybody in rounds 1 or 2. So that means if you only got somebody in round 1, you can vote. I mean, you could bid again. If you only got somebody in round 2, you could vote again. But if you claim 2 players from round 1 and 2 already off waivers, you are locked out of round 3. Now, hopefully, with this being done now, there's going to be a whole host of rookies still sitting on practice squads that guys can take advantage of and fill a need or fill a hole that you have. To be honest with you, I don't understand how there are players sitting here that can help your team right now, sitting on practice squad, and guys still haven't all the way took advantage of it yet. So if you want to let the rich keep getting rich, that's you guys' fault, but don't say we not advertising it and plugging it and telling y'all how to go about it. And you know, we go hard and we spend a lot of time on our show talking about this. So if you're not engaged in the show and you're in the league, that's your fault. We don't just talk on the show about it. We post it all throughout the chat. And what we're seeing is, you know, I'm starting to see the same names popping up going after these players. Now we're going to have a round 3, and again, round 3 will be only for those that haven't gotten a player at all, or if you got 1 player in each of the first 2 rounds. So if you have 2 players from rounds 1 and 2 because you've been paying attention and doing the things you're supposed to do, bidding and getting players to help fix your team even more, to take you on a run through season 1, or you know, you just in tune and paying attention to what's going on, you got 2 players. If you are watching for the first time or still haven't made a bid yet on a practice squad player, it's going to be more players available for guys to go in round 3. So hopefully round 3 we see a whole bunch of different teams now claiming or pitting bids on players right now, especially with the guys that, you know, have been paying attention for the first 2 rounds and gotten players. So again, I posted in the chat for y'all to read on Gort. So that means everybody's getting the messages. It's up to you to open it, read it, and pay attention to what's going on, or you know, we left out. So round 3 we will, you know, I guess I gotta help guys out a little bit here and close it off for the guys that are paying attention and the guys that care about their teams, and really trying to put it together to better take themselves into a first year run, or even in the future, because that's what they are. They're young players. Rookies and first year players are sitting on practice squads with real pro day numbers on them, and guys aren't taking advantage of it. So once again, round 3 is only available to those that haven't gotten anybody. So once again, I'm shooting bells to people. You haven't gotten a guy because you just haven't paid attention in rounds 1 and 2. You got an opportunity to get it 3, and the guys that are paying attention that have gotten players in rounds 1 and 2 will not be able to bid at all. Now if you bid it for the first time yesterday and you got 1 player, you can bid in round 3. If you bid it in round 1 and you got a player but didn't get a player in round 2, you could bid in round 3. If you have 2 players, you bid it both rounds and you claim players both rounds, you cannot bid round 3. So again, we will be opening up the bidding is now, so you can place your bid. You're either going to hit the Jaguars coach, which is Coach Shoguns, or you're going to DM me the player you're bidding on. And then, you know, bidding is stopping at 9 o'clock. So by 9 p.m. we will lock it again. No exceptions. There ain't no 902s, 905s. Once 9 o'clock hit, we locking it, and you'll get the answer on your bid 12 p.m. on Friday. Today Thursday, right?
Yeah.
12 p.m. Friday afternoon, you will know if you won your guy or not. And then we'll go from there. So again, the bidding process is claim the player, and if no one else claims that player, or bidding on that player with you, then you'll automatically win that player by 12 p.m. noon. If somebody else is bidding on them, we will be going by the real NFL process. So therefore, we're doing a snake, what you call it again, the snake draft guns,
formula.
the snake formula.
Yeah, we use snake formula.
So rounds 1, it was worst record. Rounds 2, it was best records. Now we're back to worst records again. So please put your bids in. There's still players that I still have to create that will be on practice squad. You might. So you guys that haven't bidded yet or haven't gotten a player yet, you're about to benefit from some names and players that wasn't done yet that, you know, the first waiver guys didn't get to see. So be patient. There's going to be some guys left for you to look at and be like, ah, there it go right there. That's the guy I need. Man, happy Thursday. This is Thirsty Thursday, man. You know, I'm ready going to bye week, bro. You know I'm gonna be thirsty tonight. I damn near want double hit this shit so we can get it the fuck in. Week 6, Game of Thrones 3. We balling right now, man. You got some guys doing a lot of good things. You got some guys not doing a lot of good things. You got some guys that's locked in and some guys that's not. I will say this, man. We don't deal with inactivity. I'm trying to tell you right now. And not to sound harsh or cocky, we don't have to deal with inactivity, bro. If you can't keep up to the league, you got 2 choices. There's spots open in the 48-hour league. You can go over there. And then you could take 48 hours to waste our time. And if you're not playing your games and you don't have a reason why you're not playing them, we don't need to just sit here and let teams be unmanned with guys using it, because we have a whole list of guys that's waiting to get in the league. So activity is everything. Now, per se our rules, you miss 3 games unexcused, you get the boot. We can replace you. So you guys that's tanking, y'all have to understand this. You have to still be in communication. When I say tanking, I'm not telling guys to not play a game, but we ain't stupid. We know guys are you know, they looking at their team and they don't feel like they can compete. They need to wait for the draft, and they're not going to really play hard or for real until they can go through their first draft class and pretty much build their team in their liking. I understand that, but in the process of that, you got to be fake about it. Like, act like you're playing, reach out to your opponents. Your opponents are reaching out to you, respond to them. Obviously, we know who the guys that are in tank mode right now. So when it comes down to advancing, we're not waiting on you guys. But when we do ask for games to be scheduled by 7:30, I'm expecting you guys to have conversations with the person you're supposed to play. Even if you're just giving a forced win out, be careful. All right, be careful on the forced win give outs, because if they unexcused and you give out 3 in a row or more, we can replace you. Simple as that. You got to do what Antonio do. Antonio's playing, but you know he's not caring about a win. He just want to build his team at this point right now. And get his team together for what he could do in the off season, and then he'll come strong in season 2. You know, a couple teams on that bubble right now. And then we got some guys, and at the end of the day, you might as well just be blunt about it. We got guys that are. I had something that happened last night. Let's get all the things that, you know, I need to get off my chest when it comes down to commissioning and being a commissioner. We got guys pushing the envelope with this whole have your game scheduled by 7:30, man. I mean, if you don't know the rules, please, the rules are in the archives in the GroupMe chat. Please go read them, man. Remember, a home team is responsible for reach out. So what's going to end up happening is you guys that don't be reaching out, and I got to chase y'all down all the time. Watch when you become the home team and you play that one person that know the rules and he don't reach out to you because he know you have to reach out. And you gonna want fair some this and that, and what happens is you didn't reach out in the first 12 hours. So because of that guy know he don't have to play you now, and you take a loss because you can't spend 5 seconds. The guys got their phones in their hands all day long. I don't care if you're at work. Only people ain't using their phones all day long is guys that are driving, that got driving jobs. Everybody else got their phone up their ass. So There's no reason why you can't check the chat and respond and take 5 seconds out your time to reach out to an opponent and figure out a schedule. Again, the schedule means by 7:30 every night you need to have your game scheduled. I've yet to see on a weekly basis guys posting their game times in the chat. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen because we got guys that follow the rules, but a lot of guys aren't posting their game time and they wait literally 7:45 they trying to play a game without having it scheduled. You know, some of y'all get saved because we be having games scheduled that's planned, and as long as it's a game plan, you're cool to play. But I almost advanced the league on the Steelers and the Seahawks yesterday. When I'm reaching out hours before, what's up with our game, nobody responds. And right as I'm ready to advance, I check schedule one more time. And if I didn't check because I already had everything set and I advanced, y'all would have been playing the game for nothing. Y'all have still been able to play that game. It wouldn't have kicked y'all out the game, but we would have advanced, and whatever would have happened in that game wouldn't have been a score. It would have been a computer fair sim type shit, and y'all would have been playing for absolutely nothing. So you gotta communicate, bro. Gotta be a little bit more better in communication. All right. Shit, I just got booted out of somebody's league for not communicating up to his par. You feel me? Like, I felt like I was communicating, and it was weird, but it's his league, his rules, his way. You feel me? And he felt as though I wasn't communicating enough, and even though I felt like I was, you know, guys got guys they can bring in. And once a guy commit to another guy, they looking for a way to get you up out their league, especially if they don't feel like you committed to their shit. So I respect that because I'm a commissioner and I go through that too, so I understand it. So I'm just saying, it happens. I just got booted out of the league yesterday. So, yeah, so the shit happens. So please, man, communicate. So every night at 7:30, please have your game scheduled. Like, everybody that has their game scheduled must post that time to chat, bro. What I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna just start rewarding the people that do it. And then what's gonna happen is, y'all, like, I'm gonna just start making guys that act like they don't care. You'll see how. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna start bitching and complaining, and when we ignoring you right back, and the guys that are doing the right things are getting rewarded for these right things, don't be mad. All right, it's just that simple. Don't be mad, because at the end of the day, bro, I shouldn't have to. Once I post in the chat every day, I post the same time every day. You know, the deadline, the schedule your game is almost here, 7:30. Please, and then I even tag, and I'm not, you know, it ain't even my job. Nano supposed to be doing this shit, but I'm forced to do all this shit right now, and I do it, and I reach out to guys, I chase guys down, and it's shit ridiculous. I shouldn't have to chase y'all down at all to play your game, or get your game scheduled, because the moment you take a 50-50 and you lose, you're confused on why you lost, like as if you don't know the rules already. Like, so I have been sticking to what I've been saying as far as rules and stuff this year, man. I am not chasing people down completely. Now, I do call guys, because I know who guys are in the league, man. We've been playing together for a while, so I know with guys that's just stupid and retarded. Simple as that. That you gotta fucking chase them down every night like they're a fucking kid to get their game scheduled and posted, or whatever the situation may be. But I'm at the point now, by 7:30, it's now, again, 7:45, 7:50, 7:31. By 7:30, if your game's not scheduled in the chat, the only way you're going to better play your game is if there's games being played and we didn't advance yet, and you play while those games are being played. Other than that, I'm just 50-50 in the games. So if you're in a situation where you dealing with an opponent that that's not responding to you and all that, you got to get that information to the appropriate people that need to see it. So the Patriots coach Nano is our league scheduler. Like, so you guys should be sending him what you need. If you got any issues with scheduling conflicts, it goes strictly to Nano, not to me, because what happens is I'm gonna ignore it because it's not my job to figure out Oh yeah, good job. Yo, send me your DM. No, send it to Nano. It's Nano's job to settle that conflict, whether a guy go to the rules chat for a vote, or he gets it to the appropriate people to be able to punch your ticket, whether it's a fair force win for you or a fair sum, whatever the case may be, right? But I'm not the person that you should be DMing about your schedule. Okay. The 49ers, the Patriots coach is. Nano is responsible for scheduling issues. So again, by 7:30 p.m. every night, we should have everybody who's playing a game or have their game scheduled already time stamped in the chat. So if me and Shoguns are playing at 6 o'clock, the moment I know we playing at 6 o'clock, you need to post that in the chat and send it to Nano. So if there's any issues off of that, your game was scheduled, and then we can go from there. We got easy access to understanding who's supposed to be playing. And again, game times must be posted in the chat. This is something that's supposed to be mandatory. Away team must broadcast. Away team must be posting their games in the chat. So once you broadcast, you got to get your games posted in the chat. Simple as that. But other than that, bro, on the flip side of, the same situations happening with same guys when it comes down to reach out, everybody's playing their games and knocking them out for the most part, bro, and the league is moving smoothly. I mean, shit, we even talked about how, our chat ain't the same because we're not dealing with a very, very chatty patty guys where they, text in the chat every fucking 5 minutes and all that. Sometimes we miss that shit because the energy. It ain't been a lot of shit talking. Guys ain't been kind of dialed into competition and all that. We did get a little shaky last night in the chat, which I thought was needed. I didn't think it was supposed to go as far as we took it, but we was able to come off of that and move forward. Calm down, but that's what you need, man. Some shit talking. Where's the rivals at, man, within these divisions, bro? Some of these divisions are really good, and guys are really battling for it right now early. Like, where's the rivals at? We'll talk about some of that when I go to standings and we break down some of these teams and coaches who I think should be rivals right now, who should be really getting at each other on some real life shit. Alright, so round 2 of the waivers opened up yesterday at 12 p.m. and it locked at 9 p.m. last night. The results are in. It's posted in the main chat. Again, please don't let the rich keep getting rich. You feel me? You guys, it's still players that I haven't made yet that's supposed to be on practice squads sitting there. So just make sure y'all keep looking at the practice squad today. If you're a person who haven't gotten a player yet, or if you're a person that's only gotten one player out of the first 2 rounds, you can bid again in rounds 3. So I will talk about those that claim players. So here we go. Alright, so alert practice squad waiver claims rounds 2. Clear practice squad winners. Alright, so the Lions, you won your bid on C. Basham. I wish I'd have known what position these guys play. But you won your bid.
What you say?
C. Basham, what position you play?
Hold up. Give me a sec. Fuck. Damn, these shit's not flow.
Antonio, what position that C. Basham play, bro? Basham is the right end. Alright, so you claimed yourself a rookie right end off of waivers. You won that bid. Alright, the Ravens got Snowden out right outside linebacker from practice squad on Virginia, 6'7", right outside linebacker. I don't know how he sat there for 3 days. I have no idea how he sat there for 3 days. And then when I post something else in the chat, you're gonna be really mad he sat there for 3 days. All right, Bills in his first claim. Okay, so the Lions first claim. The Lions won his first claim, so he still can bid in round 3. Okay, the Lions he can bid in round 3. Ravens, they're done. They got players in round 1 and 2. They cannot bid anymore in round 3. The Bills got Shaq Smith, middle linebacker, off practice squad. He will be allowed to bid in round 3 for another player. The 49ers got Emmanuel Hall There's guys that's on practice squad that are not rookies that are within that first year, first and second year. Those guys sitting there will have their real pro numbers as well, their pro days and combine stuff on them as well. So again, like the 49ers got Emmanuel Hall. You know, he's already legit fast, but that was a smart move. A lot of guys probably saw that and didn't go after him because he wasn't a rookie, because we're not paying attention to what we actually saying. If you see him on practice squad, they're available. All right, so the Niners, that's his first player he got. He can bid again in rounds 3. All right, so the Bears got cornerback Nick McLeod, a little speedy corner, needs to be developed, but that was a fast corner that sat there for 3 days as well. So D West got the cornerback Nick McLeod, and D West D West can bid in the 3rd round. He only bid it once. All right, so Mike probably got the steal of the of practice squad round 2. Colts left guard Jay Anderson, and he came with a star, so that was a steal right there. So, but Mike's bid twice. He cannot get another player in round 3. He has to sit out round 3. Jaguars got tight end what's his name? K Yobo. Ain't that Mississippi? Old Mrs. That's old Mrs. Tight end. He's a little dog. It was a good pick. So he got 2. He can't bid in round 3, and then the Giants got Ernest Brown, defensive end. Another guy, Northwestern University, pretty solid DN, about 73 overall. But the Giants have bid twice. They cannot bid again in the 3rd round. Contested players won by best record, round 2. All right, so the hot commodity was the nice little speedy guy, Mike Warren II. He was bidded on by the Cowboys, who have 2 running backs. Don't understand why. The Raiders, who I can see them needing a running back, and the Bucks, who has a really good deep backfield. I don't see why. But the Bucks has won. They won themselves in a bid. So we had 3 teams that bid it on Warren II, and because we was in the 2nd round, it went from best record to worst record. The Bucks had the better record. They won the player. We do have a correction in rounds 1. Safety Croswell was the card selection and not Brady Breeze. I actually put the bid in, and I thought he said Breeze, but he told me what's the faster one out of those 2. That's who he wanted. So that's a correction now. So he bid it in round 1. He is eligible to bid in round 2. So listen, Brady Breeze, safety Brady Breeze. If you haven't seen him yet, please go check him out. He's back on practice squad. Look at the safety. Pay attention to what he is. He's a super still. To be honest with you, if I was Falk, I would have probably kept the kid Breeze and not just because they faster don't mean they're a better safety. But guys like speed, and it is what it is. You can't stop guys for liking speed. But Breeze is an 89 speed, 89 acceleration with John Lynch type hit power. So pay attention to him if you don't got a safety and you're looking for one. He's sitting around. He's back on practice squad. So that's your waivers. All right, again, the bidding is open now. So if you want to send your bid to me or Shoguns, the Jaguars coach, you can send your bids out. They will be open until 9 p.m. Once 9 p.m. hit, it will be locked, and then you got to deal with just the wait till 12 p.m. tomorrow. When we tally up what's what and tell everybody who they got, and then we'll go into round 4. Yes, round 4, because there's enough rookies and first year and second players that you guys can claim to help fulfill these needs that you got. Some of these guys will change how you draft. You get the right guy off practice squad, and the development is going to take a while. But what I'm saying to you is that's not a hole you got right now. So you could take that guy and redshirt him and build him this whole rest of this season, and you might got yourself a starter by next year. And then in the draft, you don't need that position anymore because you got it off a practice squad. So think about it, man. A lot of you guys that haven't even placed a bid, I'm surprised all 32 members really haven't tried to bid for practice squad. I thought it would be a little bit more open, huh, Guns? We thought we'd seen a lot more people chasing it down, right? Chasing down practice squad situation.
Yeah.
and it
You
wasn't.
pair up practice squad like they
Right.
pair up free
And it was
agents.
just because, guys ain't paying attention. As simple as that. Guys aren't catching the show or they not looking at the chat, paying attention. So we've been talking about it for a good, going on what, about 5 days now?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, we going to have to continue to. Man, who the fuck is that in the background? They blowing my shit. Or tell them motherfuckers to go to the store. Fuck out of here. It's like, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. Nah, you good, bro. You good. What's that, your little sister?
Nah, that's motherfucking company. She
Oh,
just
yeah, they
loud
gotta
as
go in
shit.
another room, man. Get them the fuck
Love
up
my
out of
shit.
here.
I
Send,
had a dog chasing.
send Craig an invite.
Alright.
All right, man. Yo, man. Yesterday's real talk was off the hook, man. We had some fun with it. We had the tear their ass up or let them live segment, man. We will get back into that today too. We didn't advance yet. Let me go look at the schedule. We look at the Broncos pulled out a big win yesterday, 35-25 over the Browns. The Giants came back off a really bad upset loss to the Rams. The Rams are winning some ball games right now, man. They are 4-3 right now. Coach Bo is really out here giving guys problems right now. But the Giants, man, they came back. Saquon and them came back 4-3 record versus the Panthers, and they won 34-21. It looks like Junkyard Bum is not a bum. Is he a bum? Look like he can play a little bit.
Nah, he's definitely not a bum. He kind of hopped off the Christian McCaffrey like wave, and he really, I seen him like use different pieces of the offense. Trevor Hubbard played a bigger role in the 21 points. You know what I'm saying? He was spreading the ball around. It wasn't just the Christian McCaffrey show. So he's definitely not a bum.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, so Nano and the running Patriots won 27-3 over Coach Brian and the Blitzing Jets. Man, their defensive scheme is the crash and burn 9-11. That's what their defensive scheme is. 9-11 crash and burn D. They send that shit. That shit coming all day long. You know what I'm talking about? But Nano outran him 27-3. Some games I'm looking to pay attention to. We got a style of a game that I want to see. I want to see the explosive offense of the Kansas City Chiefs, and we're hoping we're going to see the Derrick Henry-led exotic smash mouth football Tennessee Titans. We're waiting for them to get into that mode. The moment he gets himself some headsets, he can get into that mode right now. But I don't know what's up with my boy Los, man. I hope he get that guy 55 carries tonight. That game has to be scheduled, obviously. Kansas City and Tennessee. To me, the game of the night will be the Washington football team and the Green Bay Packers. Let's stop there for a second. I'll ask you first, Max. Why is this the game of the night right now?
Football team is leading the NFC East right now at 4-2, and I just became 4-3. This right there, for the caliber of the division is big. The caliber against another NFC team is big, and just to show the coach and these players, give them that extra confidence in the mid-season mark, kind of like we about that. If they can go 5-2, you know what I'm saying, they gotta at least feel a lot better when they came into the beginning of the season.
All right, no doubt. I think this game is important for two reasons. I think Hitter is on a win streak, but these the games Hitter lose. Hitter will look like he's great going a run where it's unbelievable, and then he gets out there and he goes wild cowboy offensively and turn the ball over a whole lot and lose the game. Now Hillburgers played his first tough opponent in the division, which was the Bears, and in the big rain game, it was a monsoon game, but he turned the ball over. He threw 7 INTs total, with Aaron Rodgers throwing 5 after he threw none in his first three games. Now, he got a big ticket on the schedule right now. Washington flying in is a problem because this is a guy that's a good player in the league. He's been a playoff team consistently in our league. So Harold Burgers has to take that next step. Can you beat a guy with a winning record? Simple as that. Is the Green Bay Packers for real or they for nah? I don't know if they for nah or for real. You know what I'm saying? So this is a game that you got to prove yourself, in my opinion. You take the first step to being able to beat a guy that's a contender. Simple as that. So I can't wait to see that game when it's scheduled. Now, when it comes down to the Atlanta Falcons and Coach 404, I don't know if that game's scheduled. I don't even know if Young Camden's watching the podcast at this point. But the Dolphins are 4-2, traveling to 0-5. I mean, waiting for 0-5 Atlanta Falcons to come into Miami, MIA at the port, and see if they can come out of there with some things, or they gonna come out empty-handed. So if this game is being played at all, I need to know. Please post the schedule and the time in the main chat. But the Miami Dolphins in Atlanta, they playing right now. My boy 404. See the 404, man. I told y'all, man. I don't care what his record is. I don't care if he's good, if he's not good in this game. What I do care about is him being a figure, a YouTube figure amongst the YouTube community. Just the fact that he's still playing in my league is amazing to me. Most YouTubers they walk out of here. Like I told y'all, and they flat out have told me I cannot continue, because most of them came in with some type of contract with me where, all right, you got to showcase our league on your channel, and then they like, nah, bro, I can't keep showing guys we losing. I'm losing all my games over there. I ain't got the time to play no more. I got too much shit going on. By all right, well, he not that guy. He's sticking it out. He fuck with franchise, and he's still in the league, man. So we're gonna keep an eye on him, and we're gonna keep the eye on him to see what he does with his team. How far has he came along as a GM? As of right now, the Falcons have been quiet. Their main office is closed, man. You can't even call their line and get send Falky an invite. You can't even call their line and get a conversation about a player on their team. They not in trade mode. They not in talks with no teams right now. They just got their head down and they trying to figure out what they going to do with their franchise. All right, so obviously 70-60, that was a computer game shootout between me and the Bengals. Circle Bot gave me the force and said I could play the CPU, and I think I probably played this game like 5 times. There was a lot of chaos last night. I was trying to play the game last night, and we had a lot of bullshit going on, man. Guys were on fire, ready to kill each other last night in the chat. So we had to, first we was being entertained by it, and then we had to all come together as men and kick it and calm that shit down. But on the flip side of that computer game, computer love, the Rams played the Lions, and they won 23-19. Anybody that's here with me right now, that's hosting with me right now, are y'all impressed with the Rams being 4-3 at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so Craig, I'll start with you. What's the impressive part about it? With Coach Bo got the Aaron Donald and the Jalen Ramsey defense of the LA Rams with 4-3 right now, man.
I personally played, but he's putting drives together, man. He's putting drives. He's running the ball. He's doing a lot of quick passes, but he's not forcing the ball. I mean, he obviously he doesn't have a quarterback, so he's not asking him to do too much. And then he got a defense that can hold you to under 20 points any given day. So I think he's taking advantage of what he has in his team.
I beg to differ and say he does have the quarterback. I think Matthew Stafford is.
Matt Stafford, yeah. I don't know how to
he's a hell of a quarterback.
Yeah, Matt Stafford, yeah. So with that, he's using them, and I love it.
Right. He's played Falk. He's played He's played Max. And he's 1-2 out of those 3 big games, right? And I've heard the same conversation in all those games. Maybe not yours as much, Craig, but Falk talked about time of possession and how he played offensively. Max, did you go through the same thing in your loss? Explain that loss a little bit to me. What happened? What type of style has Bo came with to have his team 4-3 right now?
Definitely just like he's not really rushed, or it seems like he's kind of just, he's comfortable with his offense. 7-play drive, a 9-play drive, a 10-play drive. Then he was able to move the ball quick before halftime and get a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? He was able to execute like the 2-minute drill. He was able to like do the things that he needed to do offensively with Stafford leading the cavalry, and the young back Cam Akers and he was able to sit back on the defense, just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, letting things come to him, but definitely able to like just use that time of possession to make people, you know, feel rushed against a good defense. You know what I'm saying? He's using his strength of that good defense and making people feel rushed against it, and that shit kind of works out in his favor.
All right, so so let me talk. So the defense, man, where Aaron led by Aaron Donald up the front on the front four, and then the best corner in the league, Jalen Ramsey. How tough is that defense overall? Because they're not the only two pieces they got. They really got a solid defense
Um,
across the board.
Yeah, I think those are just like they're the guys that you try to go away from, and then in route of going away from them, you realize soon that like the rest of the defense isn't bad. You know what I'm saying? You run away from Aaron Donald, and now Leonard Floyd is making a fucking tackle, or you know the linebackers on that side of the ball are making up for the lack of Aaron Donald on that side. You throw away from Ramsey, you throw into you know, Rodarius and the other young buck, I think Rochelle is his name. You know, he's okay, but he's just got the speed to play that slot role when Ramsey's not in the slot. So he's got some pieces over there, honestly. And when he calls his scheme, and he's playing on his, I think his user is a good complement to his defense. He has maybe a little bit of an underrated user, I would say, as far as just being in the right spot. You know, sometimes with these players.
All right, so Antonio said he nice. He definitely put drives together and don't force at all. So you're seeing when you got a stingy defense like the Rams have, it's your job not to put them in conflict. It's almost the same situation we always talk about with the Washington football team. You know they have a top tier defense, and the problem is they usually put their defense in conflict where they're on the field way too much. They got a big stop, go right back on the field again because they turned the ball over on offense. So it looks like the Rams is not turning the ball over, and he's playing smart and methodical on offense right now, and he has his team 4-3 right now in the division where you have the 49ers at 3-2 and the Cardinals at 7-0 right now. I don't know right now. There ain't no hyping him up. It's facts right now. He throwing the ball at a high level and running at a high level, something yo ass can't do. But it's that. See, this is what happened when guys go 6-1. I blame young Camden, I blame Junior, and I blame anybody else outside of the Bucks that played Nano and let him win the game. And then he comes in the comment and he's ready to go dummies. Yeah, hype him up, and you and me both know he ass. Alright, I hope Bo watching, man. Gun, send Bo the link to the podcast show so he can mark that on his calendar and make sure he comes see Nano for something.
Alright.
Yo, Fox said bring him over, bro. Oh, he got Lansley on and shit. Oh shit.
I sent Funky the invite.
Yeah, I'll tell him again the invite sent. Alright. So with that being said, we are waiting for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders to play right now, and I will hope that they schedule. I don't even gotta look up. I know Rob is watching the podcast. What time y'all playing, bro? Because you know this guy's shifty as hell. He'll give you a schedule and then come right off of that, and then get to Ferguson with your ass.
The 5-year girl shit.
Yeah, you feel me, Tone? Fuck out here, Nano. Yeah, out here, bro. Go on, motherfucker, lookforabitch.com right now while you motherfucking chilling. You chilling right now, typing in lookforabitch.com. You on eHarmony and shit. eHarmony all night. Alright, so the Eagles have to play the Las Vegas Raiders, and this is a big game for the Philadelphia Eagles. This gotta be a go into Vegas and get you a win right now to turn that suffering, low morale, about to get the head coach fired football team. They're not playing, man. Jeff Lurie is really upset with the GM and the coach of this team right now. They went out and got you a top tier quarterback, and they trying to figure it out on why you guys can't get it together over there. So 1-5 and 2-4 with the Las Vegas Raiders. So you need to go in there and change your fate around right now. Your team and your players been having player only meetings and shit. They don't even listen to the coach no more. He calling run plays, they calling pass plays. They don't listen to shit. The defense doing what they want right now. You better get it together over there, boy. And then Mark loses to the Cardinals. Is it safe to say the Cardinals are the hottest team in the league right now? Anybody willing to say that? No, maybe so.
He's definitely right there.
He's right. Yeah, I don't want to call him the hottest. He's right there though.
All
I'm
right,
about to
so
say,
go ahead.
he's running neck and neck right there with with the Bucks. Cause Craig up until recently, he was undefeated.
Right. So how much does that loss cool him down? You know what I'm saying? I mean, 56-28, where you've seen teams haven't been putting up nothing anywhere between 10 to 17 points on the Bucks defense. At one point, we just looking at, at the Bucks like Jesus Christ, and it got to the point we started making excuses. Well, he got the Bucks. Well, he got the Bucks, and then keep ignoring. Well, he's a coach, and he's coaching that Bucks. Because you can go on 90% of leagues, and guys got the Bucks, and they probably got one win right now in all these other leagues and shit. That's how it is with the Ravens. You don't see nobody ever using Lamar Jackson the right way. With the Ravens, you forget that he even in the league, right? So the Bucks been shutting guys down. I don't know. I didn't watch this game, but we're gonna talk about this. 28-56 right now. So Justin Fields got hot in this game. I'm assuming. I don't know. Anybody watch this game outside of Craig playing it?
I was watching most of it, some of it.
Talk to me. What happened, man? How was Coach D West able to bring young Justin Fields into Tampa Bay, Florida, and hang 56 up on the Bucks?
I would really just say kind of being versatile, being who Fields was. It looked like a Fields debut game as far as he has arrived in the NFL. He's out the pocket making throws. When he's in the pocket, he's making quick reads to the guys that are going to make plays for him. Allen Robinson was the leading receiver that day for Chicago. And then be able to identify when he just needs to be able to hand it off to Tyreek Cohen or Montgomery for, the quick couple of yards and shit. I'm definitely not going to negate, what the chat was saying, what people were saying, but Fields was still able to, do a lot of special shit that day.
Listen, man, DDA is real. They ain't no screaming DDA down there right now. Here they even screamed it last night, DDA. DDA is real, bro. If you don't believe it, then I don't care. That's your fault. It's real. But then we also got to sit back here and look at the fact that Justin Fields in this game, and this was quoted by the coach that lost the game, Allen Robinson, superstar wide receiver Allen Robinson played like a superstar wide receiver. And Justin Fields got the ball to his weapon early and often in this ball game right now. We'll dig into the game stats and stuff like that when I get to that part of the segment, that segment of the show right now. But so it's supposed to be at 6:45. Yeah, we'll see. Long as you got your reach out information, you heard. But yeah, so Coach, man, I got you. Well, I got you here. Just give me a little bit about this game, man. What happened? What happened in this game? And should we be concerned? Did the Bears put the blueprint out? First, let's start there. Did the Bears put the blueprint out?
I'm gonna start at the very beginning. This is a hill that I personally have to climb. There's only two people who I haven't been in any of your leagues, and that's D West and Folk.
Okay.
And them are two hills that I have to climb. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but our styles just clash in a way that I'm coming out on the bottom every time. Okay. Yesterday, he put a great game plan together. I mean, I don't even remember how many incomplete passes he had, bro. I mean, and he threw at least 6 or 7 jump balls up. He caught every single last one of them, bro. Allen Robinson came up 100% on them all day. And my corners, they're both in the top 3 interceptions, so not like there was some bums on them. But he had a good game plan. Justin Fields on the run, on the back foot, on sitting in the pocket, no matter what he was doing. I mean, even when he had a couple of hits where he got hit and the ball came up short and still ended up in his receiver hand. You know what I'm saying? So it was just one of them games for me where I just couldn't get off on third down.
Yep, and that's the DDA shit where you throwing out of the sack, or 9 out of 10 times you throw out of the sack is a pick, but DDA is not a pick. It's a 13-yard gain or 30-yard gain or the first down giver, or then you get the penalty or roughing a passer or holding, and all types of shit start to happen that you got to overcome in those games. But when we talk about that, some people you can say 50 burger baby. What? You gonna be a dog fight. You gonna be in dog fights. Some people you
Yeah.
can say 50 burger, baby. I don't know what the fuck random ass Ryan talking about right now. Hey Nano, what you talking about? But all I do is know this: we got to give some credit to D West at this point too. We can't just DDA is real, but we're not making excuses for the Bucks at all. And I
Hell
will
no.
hope
Hell
exactly. I will
no.
hope you don't want me to make excuses for him right now. But football is a copycat sport. I don't know if the tape out, but I don't know if this is something that people gotta go do. Meaning, like, what the fuck did the Bears do to these Bucks right now? Where you seeing a 56-28 score right now? Like, that's a score that we I didn't think I would see this season at all. How much of a wake up call is this? How much is it like, all right, I needed this game. This is the game that like bring me back down and like being able to process my team a little bit more aggressively. Where what did you get comfortable in what you could do and how spoiled Tom Brady can make you feel? Did this bring you back to giving you some of that alert back? You know what I'm saying? Where maybe it's not like, all right, this guy gotta really beat me. It's good, or you gotta just get in games and lock in now and be like, you know what, I'm on playoff mode all year. Like, how much does this game change your thought process?
Honestly, I mean, I know it may sound like I got super confident, but this is how I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I took this loss, and it didn't really change my mindset because I'm on some hungry. I didn't come into that game assuming like I'm way better than him or a
Right.
better team, nothing like that. I came in that game with the same respect I give anybody else, whether you 0-6 or you 5-0. You know what I'm saying? I play
Hmm.
this all the same games the same way because anything can happen, as we've seen happen. You know what I'm saying? And as far as my team, I don't feel like to really panic because it's like usually when you see a score 56-28, I done threw 7 picks,
Hmm.
6 turnovers. I only threw 1 interception. I had 2 fumbles that I can't control off
Right.
receivers catching the ball. You know what I mean? Had bad penalties that I can't control, holdings and roughing the passers that I can't control. So you know what I mean? I don't come out there thinking because usually with my defense, if I score 28, I win. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? 28 is a good number for me. One interception, that's a cool game for me usually.
Right.
But I got to give it up to D West, man. He had a great game plan. And I think I only literally got one stop. I don't think his partner went on the field the whole game.
Mm.
So,
Is
yeah.
Justin Fields? Can he be? Uh, you know. Working his way to an elite quarterback like the Bears got
Man.
themselves a franchise quarterback or
If
out there.
Justin Fields could play like that consistently, bro, the whole league, bro. I'm telling you, man, that shit. That shit's impressive, bro.
Right, no doubt, no doubt. All right, so as you see, we come off that 56-28 loss in Tampa Bay, man. If it's somebody that's not going to let that sit well with him or the team, it will be Tom Brady. And then we're looking for the Indianapolis Colts, 3-3, and that's a surprise right now, man. Mike's at 500 right now, and really, really digging into his division right now, with the Titans and the Jaguars all rocking right now. 49ers are 3-2. This is a big game for the 49ers. He cannot allow the Colts and Mike to walk into San Francisco and California and win the ball game in there, especially when he's already 2 games
That
behind the Cardinals at this
that game
point.
got called as a fair sim in the
Fair
chat
Sim?
earlier.
Oh, that's big. That's a big situation right there, man. That can hurt this 49ers team right now. And then you got the New Orleans Saints at 1-4, and then the Seattle Seahawks at 0-6. We got a new coach in the league, Seahawks, man. I like this guy. He's playing. He don't give a fuck about wins or losing. He's trying to figure it out, and he's playing his games, man, and trying to learn how to play in this league. So we'll give him a chance to get his shit together. I don't think that this game is super important to the New Orleans Saints at all. So this is not a game we'll be waiting on. So look, I just went through the schedule for the most part, and we are waiting on a Washington football team and Green Bay Packers. That's a game we're waiting on. The Dolphins and the Falcons are playing as we speak. Then you come down, we're waiting on the Philadelphia Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders. So right now, that's 2 games we're waiting on. We just got word back that the Indianapolis Colts and the San Francisco 49ers are a fair sim. And the New Orleans Saints and the Seahawks, New Orleans is tanking, and he has my permission at this point to not have to play this game anyway. So now, 2 games left. So we are at this point, we are at
See,
the force of. Well, I didn't see that game. Where did I? Kansas City and the Tennessee Titans. All right, so we're still at 3 games. So, the moment a game get played, we'll be at the force advance rule, where we can hit the league, and move on. So if you are one of those 3 teams that hasn't played yet, please get your schedule out there, ASAP, because we're close to the force advance. 2 games left, or 2 or less games left. Force advance rule. So please, 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 please get your game schedule. Uh, Figure it out. Now, everybody else that knocked their games out, I appreciate y'all, man. Let's go look at some of these divisions and see what the hell's going on around the league right now. All right, you always got to talk about your top 10 teams. They change weekly. Once the week is over with, right now I'm not going to touch the order. I'm not going to go by the wins, but obviously the Cardinals will go to number 1. And at this point now, in week 6, we only have one undefeated team left right now. So our eyes on who's undefeated, and the Miami Dolphins, 72 team. They only had to worry about one team. They cut the whole list down from 32 they had to worry about, to 6 they had to worry about, to 3 they had to worry about, to 1. So the Cardinals are the team that the Dolphins 72 team will be paying attention to see if they can continue to go undefeated. Obviously, these guys will be ranked number 1 at advance. But right now, you got the Bucks still sitting at 6-1. You got the Broncos, who won a big game, at 6-1. I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos stay at 2, and the Bucks go to 3, with the Cardinals at 1. Then you got the Ravens sitting at 1. Browns took 2 losses in a row. This is big. We want to keep an eye on this right here. Coach Boone on a 2-game losing streak. They blew leads in both those games, man. The Browns, man. What's going on, man? Like, what are you still? And I think I'm gonna go to Guns here. Show Guns, you on? He might be in this meeting right now. I don't know if we got. I'll give him a couple seconds to let me know if he's on or not. And if it's not, then I'm coming right to you, Max. You know what? Let's just go right to you, Max. If you're the Cleveland Browns, you're the coach of Cleveland Browns, and you blew 2 leads, 2 first half leads, up 28-0, and then you was up a few scores on Broncos as well, and your team is losing ball games. What are you talking? What's the narrative? Is this all right, man? These Browns are tough, but we're starting to see. And here's the thing: we can go back to games they won against the Chiefs. They were up 21-0, and the Chiefs came screaming back in that game. They just couldn't close it out, right? Then their week 2 game, I think they kind of like walked over them. But then they had D West, the Bears, down. He was beating D West bad, and D West came screaming back, but he still pulled the win out. And then he lost 2 games in a row to guys that closed out on him. So when you see that pattern, you start to think these Browns aren't closers, man. As good as this team is over there, they're not closers. And, a lot of people will say the Browns their coaching staff are idiots over there. It's simple as that. Let's just call a spade what it is. Coaching staff for the Cleveland Browns are idiots. You got one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the league. I'm always going to say that. He's part of the top 3 with Henry, Saquon, and Nick Chubb. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying, runners, pure runners. You got a guy that can close any game out, and an offensive line to do it well with it. Why aren't the Browns coaching staff smart enough to keep a lead right now? And is that going to affect these guys going forward if they don't transition into allowing that big offensive line and that run game to close games out, so they're not blowing big leads, because they've been blowing leads all year long?
Forget about just Nick Chubb. He's got fucking Kareem Hunt over there too. There is no reason why he should be losing leads.
I think to break it down honestly in a 2-part answer. The first part, the reason why this is happening, and it's consistently, I feel like this arrogance and general cockiness from the Cleveland Browns coach, offensively and defensively. He'll get them bagged up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to get that big lead that he has, to have that space, and then he just sees blood in a different way, where most coaches see blood and they want the win. He sees blood and he's trying to put up record books and shit on you and make you throw career interceptions and shit, playing probably not making the defensive adjustments to account for the offensive adjustments that another coach is going to make if they're down 21, 14,
And the
28.
moment you out there up 28-0 and you decide, fuck that, I'm still bombs away on him, and the next thing you know is a pick, and that coach methodically go up the field and he start to slowly take that momentum from you.
People
and
playing the half and shit
right.
and doing the right thing. And then the second part of that is down the road, this is week 6, week 7, we're about to be week 7. If his team gets too accustomed and those guys get too accustomed and that's just what they're known as, what the Browns is known as, just giving leads, Nano's wild card exit might not be such a wild prediction because you can't just like assume that a lead is going to confirm a win coming down the stretch. Like that's something you obviously are seeing now happen in the first half of the season. That could be the trend for the whole second half of the season for Boone if they don't respond correctly on defense.
Run off his next 4 games for me, Nano. I think the coach. I mean, their offense is tough, bro. Their defense
really,
is tough.
shake some shit.
They're tough offensively and defensively. Again, they're a top 3 team in the league right now. And when you started the franchise, they're one of the best teams on the start a franchise with right now.
Next 4 games, he's got Steelers, Bengals, Pats, Lions, Ravens.
Now, so he play you?
Yeah, you put me and you.
Say that again. Name them same games again. You got the Steelers.
Next 5, Steelers, Bengals, Pats.
Stop right there. Stop with the Steelers game. All right, now if Sam Mack played this game, this is a trap game for Boone right here. I'm not saying this is going to be an easy win. I think he's going to come out thinking this is a 60-burger game, and I think with Najee Harris over there running the football, this can be a trap game for Boone. Mark it on the counter. I'm calling this victory if this game is played by the Steelers. They're gonna win this game. They play a style of football that Boone do not want to play, flat out. So I'm calling that as a loss right there. So what's the next game? So you got the Steelers, then you got the Bengals. Bengals is tanking. That's a win. Go ahead. Then he play you. That's a big game right there too. That he's going to be up to play that game. And he's going to want to play it in the worst way, but then you coming in with a style that he doesn't like to play either, which is a team that run the ball all game long. So that's a big game right there. Go ahead. Lions. Now Antonio will play that game, and if Boone's slipping and doing anything wrong in that game, Antonio will win that game, even if he's tanking. But I don't see it. I just don't think the Lions got enough for anything to do anything with a team like this, especially right now. Next game.
Ravens.
All right, and then that's the rival of all rivals. I'm playing with his team right now, and you know he already. I mean, his name in the chat is Browns, the Lamar Killer. So you know that's going to be a firework game, turned on, turned off. Let's get to it. But he's number 5 on the list right now. Number 6 is the Patriots. He'll go from 5 to behind these 1-loss teams. 6, you got the Patriots at 6-1. The Bears 6-1 at 7. The Packers are 5-1 at 8, and then you got the Dolphins and the football team, and it's going probably between the Dolphins football team, Vikings, and the Browns will hold down that 9th and 10th spot with 2 losses right now.
Switch order with Packers and football team because they got to play and shit.
And the Packers, if they lose, the Packers have 2 losses. Football team will lose if they have 3 losses. Right. So that's your top 10 BCS right now. Let's look at the divisions right now. AFC North, Ravens 6-1, Browns 5-2, Steelers 3-3, Bengals in tank mode 0-7. Circle Bob in tank mode. Circle Bob hasn't played a game since season 7 and Real Draft. What's up?
Who?
Circle Bob.
Shit,
Who that?
That's the guy that ducked you in your division.
I never heard of him.
Never heard of him? All right. Yeah, nah, yeah, he ain't new.
Circle Bob?
Yeah, Circle Bob and shit. He cut his hair. That's probably why you don't notice him no more. He cut the dreads off.
Oh, you talking Shitty Locks?
Shitty Locks. There you go. That guy. Yep.
Oh, shit. Shit Locks. What's up, my boy? He back here on? He on chat?
Nah, he tank mode right now. 0-7.
Tank mode? The game just started.
The game just came out. Week 70 and all the way tank mode right now.
What are you taking for? You only get 1 first-round pick?
He wanted to be a top pick.
Shit sad.
All right, so the AFC North right now, the battle is between three teams, man. Even with the Steelers being with 3 losses right now, they only 2 games out of first place right now. In the AFC South, funny, the Colts are on top of this division at 3-3. You got the Tennessee Titans at 2-4. The Jaguars sitting at 2-4, and then the Mark winless Texans are 0-7 right now. Let me ask y'all, man. You know why I'm on these divisions right now. This is the let him live or tear his ass up right now, man. So I'm gonna start with you, Falky, and then as a whole, we're gonna tell you to let him live or tear his ass up right now. In the AFC South, the coaches among the AFC South are Coach Mike Irish Tillman, Coach Los as the Titans, Coach Shoguns as the Jaguars, and Coach Mark as the Texans right now. Mike is winning this division right now. He's only 1 game ahead of the 2-4 teams in the Tennessee Titans and the Jaguars. And the front of this, when we first talked about this division, we called out the young Jaguars should win this division for the first few years easy, right? But do we let him live or tear his ass up? The Jaguars are super young. He's in this division. He's third in this division right now, and in the division he's suspected to win for a few years straight.
Well, I think before I think we gotta do a little homework, and I'm doing that right now. Actually, I'm gonna go see who he played before I get my answer. Is that all right? He played the Texans, one. Mm-hmm. He played the Broncos. He gave a forced win. He played the Cards. He got a forced win against the Bengals. He lost to the Texans, and he lost to who's the Dolphins? Is that who's?
Yeah. Nah, that's who's saying yep. Young Camden.
So on the season, he's really 1-3. No. Yeah, he's 1-3. Won his first game against Mark. Then he's 1-3. I mean, he did give a forced. The fourth loss was looks like a forced loss
to the Broncos.
He played the Cards tough. You know, it was Falky first game of the season. Played the Cards tough. Let's see who he got. He got Seattle, that should be a win. Heartless, Buffalo, questionable. Mike, that's questionable at this point. Drew, questionable. Coach DC. Coach DC's going to throw about 10 picks, so that should be a win. The Rams, he should win, but you never know. He lost to Islos already. I'm counting about.
That's 2 wins and 4 possibilities.
I'm counting about a lot of possibilities right now. I think it might be panic time with Jackson.
All right, now again, so I go back, fellas. Do y'all want Falk to tear his ass up or let him live? And here's why the let him live conversation will be: this Jaguar team are playing a rookie quarterback. They're young across the board right now. Even though they got some good names and good Madden players on that roster, they're still very young and not, haven't gelled together yet. The tear his ass up is you're in the division that we expect you to win over and over again, and you're in 3rd place right now with all possibilities on your remainder schedule. So again, I'm asking Nano, Craig, Max, tear his ass up, let him live.
Let him live.
Max?
Man, why you being nice, bro? That division fucking ass besides him, bro. All he need to do is win six games. That's it.
I think
Let's go.
I'm really good if he wins 6 games.
We gotta let them live, bro. There's no way. I'm not lying.
6-11 win the division.
Yeah, exactly.
7 wins. I think 7 or 8 wins the division. I don't think 6 wins.
I don't know.
Erica said tear his ass up. She said I fuck with guns, but tear his ass up.
That's what I'm saying. Mike ain't getting 6 wins.
I
No,
feel like
Mike
he
is
is
not
though.
getting 6 wins. Nah, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I
He
don't
already
think the
has
Titans
3.
getting 6 wins.
Mike already got 3. He's 3-3 right now. What's
All
stopping
right,
his?
hold on. So I'm on Mike's team.
Let's go to
He
Mike's
not
team.
Hold
beating the
up.
Mike's
Niners.
schedule.
Oh yeah, Erica just woke up and said Bob tanking. He tanking and still ain't gonna know what to pick. Oh my God, tear his ass up. All right, so where we at with it?
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
go
you
to
got
low.
the Niners.
I'm gonna
You
go to
got the
low
Niners.
schedule. I'm gonna go to low schedule.
You got the Niners. I'm on Mike's schedule. You got the Niners. Then he got low, so that could that could be a win. He got the Jets. Who the Jets?
Brian, the old Steelers,
Brian.
the Blitzburg Steelers. Remember?
Mike might win that. That might be a win. Then he got Shogun. Somebody got to win. He got the
That's a
Bills. Mike not winning that. He got the Bucks. He not winning that. He got Mark.
They on Mike right now. They talking about Mike's schedule.
He got the Patriots. That's not a win. He got the Cards.
Yeah.
That's not a win. He got the Raiders. Is the Raiders any good?
Yeah, all
Not
right.
bad.
I don't.
He got the
all right.
Raiders. That's
That's
a
crazy.
He can play.
Craig.
He can
So
play.
right
That's
now,
good.
Mike got about 6 more losses, about 3 possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
He don't
No
got no
confirmed.
definite wins on the schedule, except for Mark. And I don't even know if that's a definite.
I
What's
don't
his
think he's
first
gonna
3
beat the
wins?
Raiders.
What's his
though.
first 3 wins now? Then who do you
His
beat
first
now?
3 wins is Mark, but it's 21-6. That's a convincing win. Oh,
Okay.
he beat the
The
Titans.
Seahawks.
Oh, he beat the Titans. So a couple of them possibilities turning into wins. So that's 5.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 5 right
I
there.
see Mike getting 6 wins at least.
I hope he don't.
Nah, you're right. I think
fuck my shit up.
7 and 10. I think 7 and 10 might win a
I
division.
think 7 and which means you gotta have 7 or 8 wins to win the division this year.
Yeah, 8 and 9 might. Can you just imagine a team 8 and 9? That's ass. Or 9 and 8.
And we get a home team.
And gonna get a home
home.
game in the
And they get a
playoffs.
home game.
Like if you go 8 and 9, you should just get booted.
What about
If you win 9
what,
games, if you don't win 10 games, you should just get booted out the league.
what about the Titans? Can the Titans win this
At this
division?
point, they got the first 3 wins. They got
Is this division wide open? Except out of
they got-
3
they
teams?
got-
I
They
think
got a
it is.
convincing. They got a win against the Seahawks and they got a win against the Jags by 1 point, 36-35.
That was
They
a
got-
barn burn.
Yeah, he was running the fuck out of
I
Derrick
ain't
Henry in
gonna
that
hold you
game.
right now. Looking at the scores, Mike might be the best team in the division. Mike aired the Titans, the Jags, and the Jags lost 20-1.
Yeah.
The Titans down the road got the Chiefs. That's probably a loss. The Colts 50-50. The Rams. I'm gonna pop possibility. The Saints
possibility.
Saints tanking. That's a confirmed win.
That's a win.
Mark,
That's a
that'll
win.
be his first time playing Mark, but I got that he should win. The Patriots, that's a loss.
That's a loss.
The Jags 50-50. So that'll be their second game. The Steelers with Sam Mack, giving leverage.
If Sam Mack played the game, he can
if
win
Sam
that.
Mack plays that game, I'm putting Sam Mack. 49ers, that's a loss. The Dolphins, I think that's a possibility, but maybe a loss. And then the Texans, Mark is his last game, so that is a playoff contention possibility right there. Just depending if he can bust out a couple more, like the 3. What you got? One
So
confirmed.
who do y'all
Texans,
got
and then
winning this division? Craig, I'll go at you first. Mike with the Colts, Titans, Los, or Shoguns with the Jags?
I'm leaning towards Mike. After hearing all the schedules and everything, I'm heading towards Mike. To me, it's Mike or Shogun. Los will have to do some heavy running, which I'm not sure if he really want to do to really pull that off. So I'm leaning more towards Mike a little bit.
All right. And then who winning the division?
I said Mike yesterday, so I'm gonna stick to it.
Falcons?
The proof. I mean, logically, it says Mike, but I think I'm gonna just go with Shogun. I just think at the end of the day, he gonna find a way to muster up 8 wins, whether by hook or crook. You know what I mean when I say that. You know, whether it's a forced win, a missed time, or he just win. I think he's gonna muster up 8 wins. And he's gonna finish 8 and 9. He's gonna win the division, and then I think from here on out, I think he's gonna dominate the division.
All right, so I got Shoguns winning the division 2 this year, and but I do got Mike as a strong possibility. I think what Los just comes down to what he does with Derrick Henry. Simple as that. If you want to run the ball with Derrick Henry and fall forward for 10 yards a pop, or he want to be out here donating. Simple as that. But I think Mike is a strong situation of being able to pull this division off as well. All right, so in the AFC, easy right now, man. Let him live or tear his ass up right now. Nano sitting on top of this division, only losses to the Bucks, 6-1. Hussein is 4-2 with the Dolphins. We got the Jets at 3-3 and the Bills at 3-3. And when the Bills with Coach Jr., the old Bears user, fought, you know, the West Coast guy, the little Bill Walsh type thrower, tight ends, a check down guy with Josh Allen at quarterback. You know, obviously we had him as pegged that he should win the division year 1. It doesn't look like that right now. He's at in fourth place right now. So, who you got winning this division? I'll go with you, Falk, first. Can Nano hold it down and win this division, or can Young Camden push him enough at 4-2 right now? Push him enough. Now, Nano already beat him week 1. They still got to play again.
I think with the schedule just over here now, I think Nano beats the Chargers because he's not engaged. Coach Carter's not engaged at the moment. Junkyard bum. I think anybody with that name is his ass. I think he wins that game. Coach DC.
You think he beats the Browns?
Huh? You breaking up,
think he beats the Browns?
Do I think he beats the Browns? I believe he has Boone numbers.
Yeah, he gonna go.
I'm not sure. I believe he. You know, I'm not saying this to motivate Boone. I just think Nano got his number. Not saying he's better. Just think Nano got his number right now. So Boone come out and play a disciplined football game. I think it'll be it'll be whoever gets to 30 carries first, type of game. But I just think I think Nano got his number, his play style.
Yeah, I think he get the 30 carries. Nano could do that in the first and second quarter. So
yeah, I don't see Nano losing maybe one more game. And I don't know if he already got 2 losses, and he already lost to Nano. Let me go to his schedule. Falcons, that's a win. Bills, that's a heartless Bills, that's possible Texas win. Ravens is a loss, but they got history as far as knowing each other. Jets, that should be a win. Panthers should be a win. He got the Giants. Yeah, I just don't see him. He got too many big games. If he didn't have Ant and Nigel on the schedule, I would say it's possible, but I just don't. Yeah. And then the Bucks the Bucks, the way the Bucks beat him. Let me see this game. The Bucks beat him by. Let me see how many carries the Bucks had. Did Ronald Jones die on the field? Oh yeah, come on. 29 carries, 101 yards. Really.
Oh my God!
Really, 29 carries for 109 yards.
This nigga Barkley ain't never touched
Is he
him.
not
This
ready
nigga
yet?
Fournette had 6 carries. Hold on, let me go to. Hold on,
I thought we was on the AFC easy right now. Get him, Greg. Let's go.
Yeah, 20.
He said, hold up, 29 carries. Fournette has 6. Hold up, let me go to this.
We gonna have to address this shit at some point. But anyway, now back to my point. Go back to my original point. Yeah, I just don't think. I think the way the Bucks whooped his ass and just that style of play, I think Nano's just going to, Nano's the originator of that, So I just don't see catching him this year.
So we got the Patriots winning this division.
Yeah, I think Nano's going to win it. Like, Nano's going to be probably about 14-3, 13-4. I think the Dolphins going to finish about 12-5.
All
But
right.
Nano's going to sweep him, though, so you know what I mean?
There you go, Mano gonna come to and just kick down the buildings on some motherfucking Snoop Dogg shit, huh? Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers. Chargers in full out, not playing mode right now. Raiders is still to me unknown. I've played him and I watched a couple of games. I think he can win some ball games over there. But then I think this division is going to come down to the Broncos and the Chiefs. You got Rich the Barber who had 3-3, and the Broncos has fought their way back to a 6-game winning streak after losing to the Giants. And they beat a couple big name teams, Ravens, Browns. Marked them off as losses to him. So he's 6-1 right now. Do the Broncos win this division, or can Rich the Barber push him into being able to win this
I don't
division as
think this
well?
is hard. I think Jimbo, the Broncos, I think they win this division. I think Rich the Barber could win it, but I don't think Rich the Barber, he's ever locked in. I think this is recreational for him. And I don't think he'll lock in for a whole season. He might catch him for a week and a half.
It's very impressive what the Broncos are doing with that.
I think it's
as well. Like and he also had the Jet. Like you gotta remember, he also had the Jets last disc as well too. So it don't really matter what he just proving it don't really matter what team he has. Like he's still who he is. Sort of.
Yeah, man. I think Rich the Barber got enough offense, but that defense still suspect over there, bro. As much
I think Rich the Barber can get him though, because I think Jimbo just plays methodical, and I think at certain points that playing methodical will win you games, but it won't consistently have you winning when it counts. Consistent. Like you'll luck up and win here and there with it. You might even get a Super Bowl here and there, but consistently being great and good, I just think that bland shit ain't only gonna last so long.
Right. All right. Now we're in the NFC North right now. We got the Bears sitting at 6-1, the Packers at 5-1. The Packers play Haroldburgers play Hitter tonight. The Vikings sitting at 4-2, and then we got the Lions on all the way tank mode right now. Falk, D West, Haroldburgers or the Vikings wins the NFC North this year?
I'm gonna go with D West. I'm impressed with Haroldburgers, but then again I'm not. You got a couple forced wins, and then when you actually play some competition, it wasn't even close. The Vikings, I think they need a few pieces away from where they want to be. And who has the Lions?
Antonio.
And I think the Lions, they're a year or two away from being. And I think this is a landslide against the Bears. The Bears will win this division. They'll probably be about 14-3.
I think the Vikings have an opportunity to still win this division. I was scared off by Haroldburgers again. Once he played competition, it got ugly over there. Again, have a couple forced wins, and then the teams you played, you beat the Lions, who roster just not going to be able to keep up with anybody's roster at this point right now. And then you beat the Saints, who is pretty much in tank mode itself over there, trying to figure it out. So then when you play the Bears, which you have the better team, and I thought that could overcome if he played mistake-free ball, but he threw 7 picks in that game. So I go back down to the Vikings and the Bears. I think the Vikings have a better team on the field than the Bears do right now. But I just think, especially coming off of the big one he had last night, D West is playing good football, bro, and I think he's playing good enough football to go ahead and win this division. But I do think the Vikings could push him, and if Haroldburgers is not in turnover mode all game long, he has to show, like, Haroldburgers had to take this step. If Haroldburgers beat Hitter tonight, I'll start to reevaluate him a little bit more, because now he beats a playoff team. Guy that can get to the playoffs, and then it's like, all right, well, the Packers is good enough to beat anybody, got one of the top 3 rosters in the league, and can Haroldburgers live up to that with that Packers team and win some games, because he should better steal games just with that roster alone. So I'm gonna go off of the game tonight. He played Hitter, and if he could win that game, then I'm gonna come back and put him back in the mix. But until then, right now, I got the Bears or the Vikings winning this division. AFC South right now. Junkyard, bum. Saints is tank mode, and Falcons over here. So do I have to even go any further than the Bucks winning this division? All right, and then we go to the NFC East, who to me is the funnest division. This is the most competitive division we got right now. We got a couple of them, but this is it right here, man. Football team at 4-2, with Hitter. Giants and Coach Max at 4-3. Slithering Snake Ass is sitting at 3-3. on a 2-game losing streak, and the Eagles been on a 5-game losing streak since the league started. But amongst these guys, I think they all can. You know, what I mean, this is a good ass division amongst these guys.
He said, "Want to know we going to the playoffs, baby?"
Oh my God! So who you got winning this division? Nano.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say Max.
You got the G-Men winning.
I got
the
the
division.
G-Men. Yeah,
Okay.
I just don't see.
How about you, Craig? Who you got winning this division?
I got Max winning it.
All right, Falky. Who you got winning it?
So I got Hitter the Redskins. I got Max the Coach. Coach Giants. I got
Snake is the Cowboys.
Snake. Who the Eagles?
Damn, I missed
Rob.
Rob. What's Rob record currently?
Oh man, we don't want to talk about that.
So, right now I'm gonna go with Hitter, and this is why. I'm gonna go with Hitter. Because I just think his team this year is a little bit better than the Giants. I know Max is making some moves, but I think it's going to come down to those two, and I think they're going to split their head-to-head, but Hitter's going to give him by a game. So I think they'll both be about 11-6, 12-5-ish in that range, and then it's going to come down to tiebreakers.
Okay.
I think Hitter's going to get him only because Hitter team right now is better. And Hitter don't mind playing with Heineken. But some people will play ass because he ass.
Right.
But Hitter embraced that assness.
Yeah, I like this division as a whole, man. I think Rob can turn it around with a big win tonight against the Vegas
I think
Raiders.
Rob should go and take more.
Tank more. I think he give it one more game, man. He got the. Remember, he got the picks, bro.
He should turn it in and he got the picks, but make him higher picks.
Right.
Every round. Just a food for thought, Rob.
Yeah. I think Rob should give it one more go. I think he should, just for his morale itself, he should be trying to beat this Vegas team. And if he does beat them, see what happens from there. But I like Max. I like Hitter. I like Snake is sneaky in that division as well, with that run game over there at the Cowboys. But I like Hitter more than I like Max because I think Hitter's defense is better. And at this point right now, neither one of them have a quarterback that you know what? That's hard, bro. Cause Saquon can winning ball games, and then Hitter, like they both going to drop games because of the non-certainty at the quarterback position. But they both got backfields that can carry the load there at the same time. I don't know. This is gonna be tough, bro. I'm gonna go with Hitter this season, though, at winning that division right now. And then the last division is the NFC West right now. You 7-0, Falk. You played Drew already, the 49ers, 3-2. You played the Rams, who's 4-3. And you haven't played the Seahawks yet, who's 0-5, 0-6. I'm not going to ask you if you're going to win the division or not. How tough was the 49ers game one?
What was that? My second game back. My third game, I played Shogun. It was my third game back. It was difficult. Trey Lance, he's gonna be special when he get built. I gotta run the wins up now while I can. Because I think his team is loaded with Trey Lance. You gotta account for him. You know how he's playing the right way with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not built yet. The routes he running with the receivers, he missed a lot of throws. A lot. Like I want to at least say about 7 to 8 throws. So we need to run the one up. We need to run it up. I haven't played the Seahawks yet, but you gotta respect every opponent. And then the Rams, he's not an easy win for people to think he'll push over. He's not an easy win.
Yeah, the way he play, man. Do you think that the way he's playing, especially with a veteran like Matthew Stafford at quarterback. He's getting a lot out of that run game as well. You think this guy can steal games?
Yeah, I mean, he either stole when he
4 and
got
3.
4 wins.
Yeah.
So he done got a couple people, you know.
Who Nano? Go to his schedule. Who did he beat? That's a big name on his schedule outside of Max.
They're not. You talking about the Niners, right?
The Rams.
No, Rams.
The Rams. Okay. Let me see.
I think he beat Mike. Who's his 4 wins?
Rams. He beat Mike. He beat the Seahawks, Giants, Lions. So now nobody really.
Yeah, Lions tanking. He stole a game from Max. Mike.
I don't really know much about the Seahawks.
Yeah, so. None of us do. We learning it right now. You know, as we go through this shit right now. All right, well.
I played him too.
You play, yeah, and you said he played pretty tough, right?
Yeah, he did play good. The score don't show it. He played good though.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if we got a three-man game team over there right now, or that Rams defense and the way he's playing on offense can pose a threat to the top 2 guys in that division right now. We shall see, man. This is crucial over here. We shall see. All right, all y'all that got players claimed today, you seen the chat. Please go to the chat. Look at my Gord alert. You'll see who won their bids. You need to DM me to get your player. And you got to be on the game to get your player as well. So as soon as you're on the game and you're ready to go get your practice squad player, DM me. Again, round 3 are for those that only got 1 player out of the first 2 rounds. They can bid, and those that didn't get a player at all can bid. Anybody that got 2 players already cannot bid in round 3 for anybody on practice squad right now. Fault.
Yo.
I got a practice squad guy who runs a 4-5. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got first pick. What's his name?
I already got him. He claimed already round 2. Oh my God, let's go.
So ain't I'm up though, right?
Now you got you already got your player already, bro. You claimed your guy to you claimed your guy already.
That was round 1 though, right?
Yeah, you
round 2.
We in round 2. Now oh shit, I ain't put your claim in. Oh God. Ah shit. Man, we out of here. And hits the franchise guru players fuck up too. We gone out of here, you heard? Oh, you sick.